Kinsale is a historic port and fishing town in County Cork, Ireland, which also has significant military history. Located some 25 kilometres south of Cork City on the coast near the Old Head of Kinsale, it sits at the mouth of the River Bandon and has a population of 2,257, which increases substantially during the summer months when the tourist season is at its peak and when the boating fraternity arrive in large numbers. Kinsale is in the Cork South West constituency, which has 5 seats. Kinsale is a popular holiday resort for Irish and overseas tourists. Leisure activities include yachting, sea angling, and golf. The town also has several art galleries and a school of English. The town is compact with a quaint air of antiquity in the narrow streets. There is a large yachting marina close to the town centre. The town is known for its restaurants, and holds an annual gourmet festival. Chef Keith Floyd was previously a resident of Kinsale. The town's community school has been awarded the best school in the Republic of Ireland twice. Prominent historical buildings in the town include St Multus's Church of 1190, St John the Baptist of 1839, the Market House of c. 1600 and the so-called French Prison of c. 1500. Charles Fort, a partly restored staff fort of 1677, is in nearby Summercove. See also http://www.kinsale Things to Do. On October 8, 2005, Kinsale became Ireland's second fair trade town, with Clonakilty being the first. History. In 1333, under a charter granted by King Edward III of England, the Corporation of Kinsale was established to undertake local government in the town. The corporation existed for over 500 years until the passing of the Municipal Corporations Act 1840, when local government in Kinsale was transferred to the town commissioners who had been elected in the town since 1828. These town commissioners became the Kinsale Council under the Local Government Act 1898, and the Kinsale Town Council existed until 2014 when this layer of local government was abolished in Ireland as part of measures to reduce Ireland's budget deficit following the financial crisis of 2008 to 2010. It returned 2 members to the Irish House of Commons prior to its abolition in 1800. Kinsale has significant military history. In 1601, Kinsale was the site of a battle at the end of the 9 Years' War in which English forces led by Charles Blount, 8th Baron Mountjoy defeated a rebel Irish force, led by the Princes Hugh Roe O'Donnell and Hugh O'Neill, which was allied with forces of the Spanish Empire of Philip III of Spain and Portugal. Following this battle the flight of the Earls occurred in which a number of the native Irish aristocrats, including the Earls of Tyrone and Tyrconnell, abandoned their lands and fled to mainland Europe. Shortly after the battle, James's Fort was built to protect the harbour. In 1649 Prince Rupert of the Rhine declared Charles II King of England, Scotland and Ireland at St Multus Church in Kinsale upon hearing of the execution of Charles I in London by parliamentarian forces during the English Civil War. Charles Fort, located at Summercove and dating from 1677 in the reign of Charles II, is a bastion fort that guards the entrance to Kinsale Harbour. It was built to protect the area and specifically the harbour from use by the French and Spanish in the event of a landing in Ireland. James's Fort, which dates from the reign of James I, is located on the other side of the cove, on the Castle Park Peninsula. An underwater chain used to be strung between the 2 forts across the harbour mouth during times of war to scuttle enemy shipping by ripping the bottoms out of incoming vessels. In 1690, James II of England and Ireland departed to France from Kinsale, following his defeat at the Battle of the Boyne by William III of England after the Glorious Revolution in England against the background of wars involving France under Louis XIV. From 1694 Kinsale served as a supply base for Royal Navy vessels in Southern Ireland, and a number of storehouses were built. It was limited to smaller vessels, however, due to the sandbar at the mouth of the river. Kinsale's naval significance declined after the Royal Navy moved its victualling centre from Kinsale to Cork Harbour in 1805 during the Napoleonic Wars in the period of France's First Empire. When the RMS Lusitania was sunk by a U-boat of the German Empire on May 7, 1915 during the First World War, Some of the bodies and survivors were brought to Kinsale and a subsequent inquest on the bodies recovered was held in the town's courthouse. A statue in the harbour commemorates the effort. The Lusitania Memorial is at Casement Square in Cobb, to the east of Cork City. Transport. Bus. Pamel Irian provides Kinsale's primary means of public transport. Buses regularly operate from Kinsale to Cork City, with most of these stopping at Cork Airport on the way. Kinsale and Bandon are linked by public transport with a bus service provided by East Cork Rural Transport. Transition towns. Kinsale is the first transition town in Ireland. It is a community-based group, supported by Kinsale Town Council. It looks for sustainable solutions to the challenges of peak oil and climate change. Public meetings are held on the third Thursday of every month. It has taken much guidance from the Kinsale Energy Descent Action Plan 2021, which has spawned further transition towns worldwide. Sports and community groups. The Sale Sports and Leisure Centre is situated opposite the Kinsale Community School overlooking the Bandon River. The Zael Sports and Community Centre Problem is an initiative by the KRD Community Association, a non-profit sporting body made up of local activists committed to better the lives of the residents of Kinsale and its environs. Phase 1 includes 4x5-a-side all-weather pitches, tennis court, basketball court and community garden opened by President Mary McAleese in October 2010. Phase 2 will be the Sports and Community Centre. This will include an indoor sports community hall, changing rooms and community meeting rooms with a kitchenette. Kinsale Yacht Club began in 1950 and today has become a lively sailing club with events for all ages of sailor and social activities throughout the year. Junior sailing includes optimists, lasers and 420s. There are squibs, international dragons and A-class catamarans as well as 3 cruiser classes. Kinsale Rugby Football Club recently celebrated its 25th anniversary. It has a strong underage system, a women's team and competitive squad of players in both the first and second junior men's team. The Kinsale GAA club plays in the Carrigadoon division of Cork GAA. They won the Cork Football Intermediate County Championship in 2011, the first time since 1915. Kinsale Badminton Club, which is affiliated with Badminton Ireland, is based in St Maltus Hall, Kinsale. It caters for both adult and juvenile players and enters teams in Cork County leagues and cups. The Kinsale branch of the Red Cross has been in existence since 1939 and is staffed by volunteers, who are present at local events and activities including the annual Kinsale Sevens by the Sea rugby event. The branch has 2 ambulances which are housed in a purpose-built building in Church Lane and crewed by trained volunteers. Kinsale regularly does well in the Irish Tidy Towns competition and was the overall winner in 1986. Entertainment. Kinsale hosts an annual jazz festival, which takes place during the last weekend of October. Many pubs and hotels in the town host concerts by jazz and blues groups throughout the weekend, including Monday. Government and politics. The town is governed by the 9-member Kinsale Town Council. As of the 2009 elections, the council had 2 members each from Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, and the Labour Party and a member from Sinn Féin Copyright In, the Green Party and an independent. The current mayor is Tony Sirens. The town forms part of the Bandon electoral district on Cork County Council and is part of the Cork South West constituency for Dáil Pamel Irian elections. Twin towns sister cities Kinsale is twinned with Newport, Rhode Island, USA, Mumbles, Wales, United Kingdom, Portofino, Italy, Antibes, France. Development. The largest planned development, of 2.9 ha, near the historic centre is the restarted Convent Garden scheme promoted by Comna Construction since the early 2000s. This involves a combination of conversion of the austere grey rendered concrete former St. Joseph's Convent of the Sisters of Mercy on Ramparts Lane into 79 apartments and building in the grounds 94 new-built houses, with 295 car spaces, according to the Bord Pleanala Inspector's report of 2005. After several years of inactivity, work on building more of the new units recommenced in 2015, following a planning side notice of December 2014. See also https://www.youtube.com/ Watch ?VUD3-5B, a YouTube presentation of the scheme, http://www.jcae Architecture Projects Convent Garden HTML by the Architects, http Public Fatki Komi 2010 Pilgrimage, Tripsimo 704 HTML and http www.comnarie/the developer and construction firm. For a period in 2007 September, a circa 18,000 SQM hotel, apartment and retail development was promoted by Fail Investments Limited, a company linked to Howard Holdings plc for the prominent site near the tourist office between Pier Road and Long Quay, http www.clowateru/ Portfolio = Kinsale Harbour Lodge Cork. Scott Talon Walker Architects undertook a design study for the development. However, by 2011 the site had reverted to its use as a surface car park. The potential scheme now appears to be controlled by Clowater Asset Management Limited, of Cork. People from or associated with Kinsale: Jack Barrett, All-Ireland winning hurler. Born in Kinsale, Margaret Barrington, writer and journalist. Lived in Kinsale, Anne Bonney, female pirate. Born near Kinsale, Edward Bowen, Canadian judge and lawyer. Born in Kinsale, Sister Mary Frances, nun and nursing pioneer. Lived in Kinsale, Paddy Collins, All-Ireland winning hurler. Born in Kinsale, Patrick Cotter O'Brien, first man verified to have reached over 8 feet in height. Born in Kinsale, John Duncan Craig, poet and Church of Ireland clergyman. Lived in Kinsale, Ray Cummins, All-Ireland winning hurler. Lives in Kinsale, Achilles Daunt, Church of Ireland clergyman. Born in Kinsale, Moira Deddy, actress. Lived in Kinsale, James Dennis, 1st Baron Tracton, Irish judge and politician. Born near Kinsale, Eileen Desmond, TD, Senator, MEP, and Government Minister. Born in Kinsale, Conor Fallon, sculptor and son of Padraic. Lived in Kinsale, Padraic Fallon, poet. Lived in Kinsale, John William Fenton, musician. Born in Kinsale, Keith Floyd, chef. Lived near Kinsale, John Folliott, British Army officer. Lieutenant Governor of Kinsale, Robert Gibbings, artist and author. Lived in Kinsale, Sister Mary Scholastica, founder of the Sisters of the Good Samaritan. Born in Kinsale, John Handcock, British Army officer. Lieutenant Governor of Kinsale, Aidan Higgins, poet. Lives in Kinsale, Ron Holland, yacht designer. Lives in Kinsale, Thomas Johnson, first leader of the Irish Labour Party in Dáil Permel Irian. Lived in Kinsale, Ciara Judge, Emma Hickey, and Sophie Healy-Thou, all at age 16, the 2014 Grand Prize winners of the Google Science Fair, the first ever Grand Prize winners from a lower age group. John Edward Kelly, Protestant nationalist and Fenian. Born in Kinsale, Reverend Patrick McSwiney, Catholic curate in Kinsale 1927–1940, founder of the Kinsale Museum, Vocational School, Development Association, Fisheries Association, National Monuments Committee, Kinsale Historical Society. Derek Mahon, Northern Irish poet. Lives in Kinsale, Mortimer and Timothy McCarthy, Antarctic explorers on Scott's 1911 expedition. Born in Kinsale, Peter McDermott, All-Ireland winning footballer for County Meath. Born near Kinsale, Cormac O'Cadgley, Celticist. Born in Kinsale, Arthur O'Connor, President of the Society of United Irishmen and a general in Napoleon's armies. Lived near Kinsale, Desmond O'Grady, poet. Lives in Kinsale, John Fergus O'Ear. Political cartoonist also known as Specs. Born in Kinsale, Timothy O'Keefe, publisher who worked with Flann O'Brien. Born in Kinsale, Eamon O'Neill Kinsale, businessman and politician. Govey Parker, British Army officer. Governor of Kinsale, William Penn, founder of the state of Pennsylvania. Was clerk of the Admiralty Court in Kinsale. Lennox Robinson, poet and dramatist. Lived in Kinsale, Sir Robert Southwell, diplomat, Secretary of State for Ireland and President of the Royal Society. Born near Kinsale, John Sullivan, recipient of the Victoria Cross, Joseph Ward, British soldier and recipient of the Victoria Cross. Born in Kinsale, Finbar Wright, tenor. Born near Kinsale, Nancy Wynne Jones, painter. Lived in Kinsale. Gallery. See also, List of towns and villages in Ireland, List of RNLI stations, market houses in Ireland, Kinsale, Old Head of Kinsale. References. External links, official website, official iPhone and Android mobile application, the unofficial website, Kinsale Histories Society, Kinsale Lifeboat Station, Kinsale Sports and Community Centre Kinsale and District Newsletter, Transition Town Kinsale, the Tidy Towns of Ireland celebrating 50 years.